We need a strong executive. Like President Trump, Bruce Blakeman is a leader who can make the tough choices needed to get things done and defeat Hochul.
All right, that video released earlier today made it official. Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, a Republican, is officially entering the race for New York governor and will face off against Congresswoman Elise Stefanik for the GOP nomination. How does this change the race? Bob McCarthy is our 7 News political analyst, and he joins us live here tonight. Bob, we knew this was coming, or we had a good suspicion that it was coming. Bruce Blakeman is a popular politician, more in the downstate area, whereas Elise Stefanik is more northern New York. How does the race change, and how do you think Bruce Blakeman's rollout went today?
Well, I think, just as you pointed out, Michael, everybody's been kind of anticipating this and wondering whether he would really do it because Elise Stefanik is such a strong candidate at this point. I just have a few numbers here that 58 of the 62 county GOP organizations back Stefanik. That includes Erie County. It includes Chairman Ed Cox. It includes 35 members of the Assembly, 14 senators, 10 county execs, and 40 conservative chairmen. So this is the strength that she's bringing to this, not to mention her strong association with President Trump, which is important in a Republican primary, and about $13 million in her treasury, too. So everybody was kind of wondering, is he really going to do this? But now we have an official Republican primary as well as a Democratic primary. It's going to be a very active springtime.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So Bruce Blakeman, I think some people have seen as a more formidable candidate against Kathy Hochul because of Elise Stefanik's close ties to President Trump, who is not popular right now in the state of New York. A lot can change between now and next year, but you got to win a primary first. So how does Blakeman sort of navigate that, right? You want to be pro-Trump in the primary, but not so in the general.
I think both of these Republican candidates are going to try to out-Trump each other to get through the Republican primary. That's going to be very important. Who is going to have the closest relationship with the president? And by the way, if the president decides on one or the other, this thing is probably over, as we've seen in the past. But then you have to come back and run in a general election, and that's going to be probably the Democrats' main point throughout this whole thing, that you are too close to President Trump. President Trump is not popular in New York State. I still maintain that 4 years ago, Lee Zeldin lost by only 6 points. If he hadn't been so supportive of President Trump, he might have pulled it off. So it's going to be very difficult. There's going to be a fine line for both of these Republican candidates to walk, getting through the primary, close to Trump, and then what happens afterwards, where Trump is going to be a constant theme of Governor Kathy Hochul or Delgado if he wins.
And in just a few seconds I have left here, Kathy Hochul's team has to be pleased that he entered the race today.
Yeah, because you know what? I haven't found any Republican that I've talked to is thrilled about the prospect of a primary. They would very much have liked to have gone in united and ready to go and have all their ducks in a row. Now they got to spend money, and there's going to be divisions in the party, and so they're just sitting back and watching this.
There we go. 7 News political analyst Bob McCarthy will be sitting back and watching it and providing analysis for us. Bob, thanks. Great to see you.